also, between the cemetery board, they would like to address weekly cutting in that area, because there's no other way to do that. So that would be the one item. The second part of that item is the north section was added just north of section F. That in contract was stated to have once a month cutting, and that needs cutting every 2 weeks. The price to cut the park is $55. The price to cut the north section of the cemetery is $100. So that would be additional every 2 weeks versus the other, which would be $55 a week. Then the next question that comes up is to enforce the ordinance. We did a cleanup about 8 years ago. The cleanup 8 years ago talked about any item that wasn't permitted according to our ordinance. It states that you can have a 12-inch ring on a grave, or you could use a shepherd's hook. And so with that in mind,
Safe, please.
with that in mind, we have graves with 10, 11, and 12 items on it, and that does not meet the ordinance, and people are filing complaints. It does not look good. So with that in mind, the question of enforcement would be to post a sign on each of the entrances, put an article in the Pinconning Journal, put an article on our Facebook. There's no cement benches, and never has been allowed. People get those, and they're not for in the cemetery, they're more to put in your flower bed. Items that are in public space versus on the grave, that needs to be addressed, and that would be sent out. And just basically this sign that would be made would say, remove all unauthorized items, all items that don't fit with what the ordinance actually says. The sign that would go up would say, you know, clean up time, remove all unauthorized items within the next 14 days. And it would say, thank you, Heavenly Rest Cemetery, Buckholland Township.
So
It's a touchy subject. You know, no matter what.
Who's going to interpret that opinion? Because it doesn't fit.
Our ordinance states that you're allowed to put one item on each grave. Okay? One item a grave. That's what the ordinance says. Ordinance is law.
Okay?
Okay? I got a son buried there, plain and simple. And we have a basket, because that's what it says. You get a 12-inch ring. You go to any cemetery, and that's, I mean, we have graves. I was going to print some pictures off, because I have pictures of all throughout there where it's plain and simple in violation. And, I mean...
Go ahead, Charlie. You have a picture of my brother, my mom's sons.
That's been there 20 years. You've never, ever said nothing.
A fallen American soldier, and you guys are going to come after him.
Charles, would it be two separate motions, one for the grass cutting and one for the ordinances?
Yes, it would be.
Make your motions.
So, the one motion is the additional cutting in the cemetery. Cutting the park at a rate of $55 per week. And number two, the north section, adding $100 bi-weekly to the cut of north section. That is the motion.
What's the total for
I
per
can't
month?
make the motion, that's between you guys.
okay, so it would be
220 if we do weekly, or 200 if you do bi-weekly, roughly.
well for the park,
Yeah.
right? And then it's bi-weekly, 100 for the north section. So
That's 200 a month.
monthly amount would be 310 with both
Yeah.
of them together, right?
Motion to approve cutting at $310 extra per month for the added-on sections and by the calibarium where the 11 trees were removed.
Wow, we got something to pass through. Ain't that nice?
Not yet.
Oh,
All right?
Shit.
So you made that motion?
Yes.
Okay.
I've ever
I will
seen.
second.
Serious.
Yeah, roll call.
Roll call, Whalen,
Yes.
$300.
Jackie,
Abstain.
Sheena,
Yes.
Walty, yes. And one absent.
All right.
So the next item was to post the signs at each of the entrances. Those signs shouldn't run more than $30 a sign. Add the Pink County Journal, and it runs us about $100, and to put it on the Facebook.
All right, so you're gonna post signs at each entrance, proposed, post in the county journal, put it on Facebook, but the tags, do you have a price for getting the tags?
The tag is a separate, that will go to, that'll be, the tag is a totally separate thing. Anything that's in violation would be tagged if it's still sitting there.
After the 14 days. Okay, so whenever this commences, then if this were approved, it would be something we would order from like the ISD
Well,
kind
we'll-
of thing for printing? Is
We'll
that
do a
what you're
vote
thinking?
about the tags.
Okay, that's what I just wanted to double
Separately.
check. Okay. All right. So the motion would be for approximately $130 to cover signs for each entrance, a post in the Pink County Journal.
160.
Oh, got it, I'm sorry, that's two signs, thank you. Approximately $160 expected expenditure, as well as a posting on Facebook regarding the enforcement of the cemetery ordinance.
I'll second that.
Can I say something before you do, or is that not allowed?
It's not public comment.
Yeah, it's not public.
Sheena,
Yes,
Whalen,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Walty, yes. One absent.
okay. So did you want
The
to?
tags,
The tags, okay.
those I don't have a price yet, they basically get printed on the cardboard, and it's the same thing that all the other cemeteries use whenever anything's in violation, you know, but to go and pay somebody to walk through there to tag everything,
Yeah,
the ordinance is really clear, so, because if the things don't get removed, we'll do like what happened about 8 years ago, and they'll just all get removed.
so,
And the ordinance goes back 2000, well, it's always had an
It
ordinance.
sounds like it's gotta be redone to make it fit, like everything else.
so did you want to put it in for the tags at this point? With an estimated, I would think, the quantity we'd need, and you're probably talking quarter sheets, I would think $100 would be more than enough based on what we
I
get from
thought
the
it was
ISD.
25.
So,
Really?
okay.
Yeah,
So-
they did the same thing to Webster family, Charlie.
This township jacked me, so don't even go there.
So now that's how you're getting back?
Yes,
into
that's
the
how we
site.
have a
Point
Everybody
of
else
order, we're
Wow,
trying to
no.
vote.
Is there a motion?
We're trying to make the motion, and I'd like you guys to be able to hear it for the minutes.
Absolutely.
So,
Okay.
motion, motion, motion
Yeah, point of
to
order.
approve,
Who commented? You, Charlie.
motion to approve, the ISD up to $125 for tags for the cemetery.
I second that motion.
Roll call, Whalen,
Yes.
Machino,
Yes,
Charlie,
Yes.
Walty, yes. One absent. The hate land split,
No, custodial hire.
huh? Oh, sorry, custodial hired.
Glad you got it on video. Should take it to Brad's.
Wasn't there something else from the Jeske family?
I only received one resume from the Jeske family, and it's in there. She doesn't hold the name Jeske, but her resume is in there.
What's the last name?
But I printed and forwarded all
Is it-
resumes that I received to all the board members for review.
Is it Grace? Does that sound like Grace? No. Okay.
Rebecca?
Try that one.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay. So,
Grace Anderson.
well, based upon this, I think we basically have two in front of us that have requisite experience for what we'd be looking for. However, because we're looking for something that's a little bit different, given the hall aspect of it, and because, you know, a lot of these came in without face-to-face. Personally, I would like to select a couple that I think have the requisite experience to have a conversation with, to see if they would actually be able to handle the requirements during the summer with the hall.
Yeah, and I'm gonna see you guys here during the week.
I think it might be good to get that information, because it is a difficult thing during the summer, right?
There's a lot of weekends.
It is, it's a
I
lot
spoke
of,
with each of them.
you,
I spoke
okay.
with all of the applicants. They know the expectations, they know the hourly rate, they know
You got
everything.
I thought these came in digitally only.
No.
Oh my gosh, girlfriends. All right, so the two that have probably the best experience, what we're looking for, in my opinion, based on what I'm reviewing, would be Grace and Susan.
I second it.
What is it for?
I already said it here, it's those two
Custodial.
that I looked
Yeah.
at that I thought
Janitorial
were it.
hiring.
Yeah, they have the best,
Previous
yes,
experience,
they have the
lots of
best
it.
previous experience for what we need.
Yeah,
So why don't we do this and they come in and interview?
I think it, individually, you know, just to put a face with a name and make sure that we, because, you know, sight unseen doesn't always work so well. So I would make that motion to schedule interviews with the two identified, Grace and Susan, to see who might best fit the position and the requirements.
Whatever you guys decide, I'm okay with.
And they both have really good experience. Okay, did I get a second?
Second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
The Heatland split.
there's no survey with this. We discussed that last time.
I have the original chart. I wasn't able to copy it because of the way it was copied
So you
by
do
Brad.
have a survey. I just want to make sure we have one.
We do. We have everything. I just wasn't able to copy because of the size of the paper.
Okay, makes sense.
Okay, survey on file.
And this has been reviewed by the assessor.
Motion to approve D8 land split.
Second. All in favor?
I think
Aye.
that's roll call, isn't it?
Might be better to be safe than a
Yeah,
roll
we'll do
call.
roll call.
Yeah,
Charlie?
Yes.
Well, yes. Shana?
yes.
Waylon?
Yes.
And the parcel line adjustment. I'm not going to do them to dishonor, but butchering their last name.
Guzdella.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The what?
Guzdella.
Sure, if that's what you believe.
that's what it is. That's what it is.
No, cool.
Um,
First time I've seen a line adjustment.
I think we had one out on, South Under Beach months
Yeah,
ago.
you said that one down there.
Yeah, that was just a
Tracy did.
small one, right?
Yeah.
Motion to approve Wasdella parcel line adjustment.
Second.
Whalen,
Yes.
Pacino,
Yes.
Walter, yes. Kimball.
Yes.
Budget review.
There is not one here.
I do not have one on
Table it.
the table for
Well-
next time.
I just think the minutes need to reflect, this is the second time it's been requested for a budget review, to make sure we haven't exceeded what we should. So I would ask that the minutes will reflect that.
Alright. Approve for legal to send Frazier pursuing money owed for fire services.
This one's me. I didn't want Chief to have to bring it up again. It's upwards of $58,000. I'd like our legal representation to send a strongly worded letter requesting this information or this be paid, this bill be paid. And then if it doesn't follow through, to follow through with legal action. That is my motion.
I will second. And I can give you some information on that.
And Chief has it
Yeah.
all in a packet.
Yeah,
Perfect, thank you.
Yeah.
They contract for fire services?
we'll have it.
Okay, all right.
It's a little bit convoluted.
I'd wait to Charlie to be back.
Oh, where was he stepping?
Frank, you pass that down.
Megan?
Yes, sir.
He stepped out, so.
I think he retired, resigned.
He went to the bathroom. He went to the bathroom.
Couldn't be that lucky.
I think it's coming. I think all of them know it's coming.
Motion on the table is to have legal send a strongly worded letter to Frazier to pay the amount owed to the township for previous fire services, and if they do not pay, to follow up with court action.
Are we shooting at 30 days notice or are we what?
Whatever the proper protocol is.
Yeah. Just to roll the ball a little bit here, because it's been a while.
Kimball,
Yes.
Pacino,
Yes.
Whalen,
Yes, sir.
Walter, yes. Which brings us to item L.
So one thing that we can do, because closed session can take a little bit, I think that we can leave at this point to finish the remaining items other than adjournment, and then go into closed session if that's fair.
I think the motion to amend your agenda was to put it here, so
Yeah,
it probably makes sense
okay.
to leave it here. I
Right.
understand that people want to sit here, but,
Yeah,
yeah. So,
okay.
So,
Well, you gotta, there's, so, it requires a
Six.
2/3 roll call vote under statute, and it's 2/3 of all elected officials who are serving, or I'm sorry, who are elected and serving. So it counts Brad, even though he's not here. So I said earlier, math is not my strong suit, but I think you need all 4 votes to get into closed session, just so you're aware.
Yes.
There's a proposed motion on the table.
Okay. So, I move to enter a closed session in pursuant to the MCL 15.268 1E and MCL 15.268 1H to discuss potential settlement options regarding Dennis versus Collin Township, case number 26 TAC 3028 TAC Charlie Zulu, and to discuss confidential written legal option from the township attorney regarding the same.
I second that.
Roll call. Whalen,
Yes.
DeShano,
Yes.
Chappie,
Yeah.
Walby, yes.
All right, we are entering closed session.
We are entering closed session.
I think that we should maybe go
Clerk's
to the
office.
clerk's office, and that would be best. I'll see you. Oh, we do need that. I would like to make a motion to re-enter open session.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Sorry, I missed it.
No, it's all right.
There we go. All right. Okay. I move to support the stipulated consent judgment as presented to resolve the pending litigation in the Bay County Circuit Court, being the case of Dennis versus Collin Township, case number 26 TAC 3028 TAC Charlie Zulu, and to authorize the township attorney to execute and sign the stipulated consent judgment on behalf of the township board.
Second.
Waldy, yes. DeShano,
Yes.
Whalen,
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
Let the record indicate there is one absent vote. Communications. Public comment, 2 minutes.
Matt Wood, 1692 East Beaver. I'd like to suggest that you were doing bill pay on a different day, but for us to sit through bill pay with the amount of bills you have here and nobody really is interested, or, I mean, if somebody wants to come to a bill pay, that's fine, or if you want to have it at the end of the meeting. It's just kind of, we're just sitting here not even understanding what you're going through for the most part.
They used to do it half an hour before the meeting at 6.
Well, yeah,
I'm just saying,
gotcha.
yeah.
Right.
But then we also brought it up in the meeting, when we did it before the meeting.
Nobody coming here.
Yeah. I'd also like to make a suggestion regarding the changes and amendments that the Planning Commission is making to the board. I know the mixed-use district, that was 2 months ago, and it got tabled. I understand that it went to legal, and that dragged out, or whatever the case may be, so it didn't come up to the last meeting. But, I mean, nothing we're putting through is even being voted upon. And I understand, I don't agree with every detail in the mixed use. But, and I understand that it may not pass, or may get, put back or to the Planning Commission, which is fine. But we'd like to move forward in a more of a timely manner to get these things resolved. And if there's, suggestions on amendments that you want to make to the Planning Commission, otherwise we feel like our job is, or that what we've been trying to do is just going by the wayside. And also, you know, future changes with the ordinances or the master plan or the future land use. I think maybe we should come up with a draft on our end, send it to the entire board prior to just handing you this packet. I know somewhere there was a lack of communication prior to that meeting, and people made the comment that I just got this today. That information was somewhere. I mean, it didn't, and whether it gets put in each individual mailbox or whatever the case, or mailed to you at home, I don't know. But, amendments going forward as far as changing the ordinance, I mean, the request or the suggestion was we go line by line through every ordinance. Our planner, his company, they were packing things into, you know, 5 different ordinances at a time and either pass or fail the entire thing, which I think line by line should be voted upon line by line. That way it's, there's no gray area in between or trying to put this, you know, this religious thing through with other things. It's just, that doesn't make sense. But, and if the board wants to look at our ordinances and see where we should go, maybe that's something that should go forth, that the board makes a decision, hey, we want you to, there's some discrepancies in, you know, this section. We want you to work on this and put that forward for the next meeting or whatever, or in a packet that you can review. And that's about all I have. Thank you.
Thanks, Matt.
Jeremy Bloom. So, to go off of what Matt just spoke with, working with MTA and attending their hot topics discussions, the ZBA having multiple meetings a month is something that they recommend. That if we have to have those kind of ZBA meetings, those are the ordinances that we're supposed to focus on. I wish Deb was still here because I'm sure she was kind of upset that we were tabled again. This is dragged out. There's residents that are waiting to build pole barns that they should be able to build in this township instead of paying for variances. So, very interesting.